All right, here is the rest of the story. The family ate supper in an uncomfortable silence. When they were finished, Amina helped her mother wash the dishes. Jaja was escorted outside to the porch by his father. Jaja, Mr. Akelo began, we need to talk. I know school, homework, and chores aren't your favorite activities, but they are nevertheless your responsibilities. What I see is that you're not using your time wisely, nor are you taking responsibility for your chores or your schoolwork. But I like being with my friends, Jaja said earnestly, trying to justify his behavior. And besides, I'm tired of school. We all get tired of our responsibilities from time to time. Do you think I come home full of energy after working in the cotton fields? Don't you think I would enjoy talking with my friends? Baba continued. I want you to think about how you use your time. If you think and plan ahead, you'll find that you have time for chores and homework and still have time to play with your friends. Now, Amina tells me that you didn't have your report ready to read at school today. Is that right? Yes, Baba, Jaja replied, feeling guilty yet irritated with Amina for tattling. Then go into the house now and begin working on it. I want it finished tonight before you go to bed, his father said sternly. But I'm tired, Jaja complained. He was indeed tired after the long school day and the strenuous game with his friends. You may be tired, my son, but you have a responsibility to get your report done, even if it's late. Now, no more complaints, Mr. Akelo said with finality. And one more thing. No more soccer games after school this week. Until you can show me that you can organize your time and get your chores and homework done, soccer will just have to wait. Understand? Jaja nodded sadly and then obediently, although reluctantly, went back into the house. His father lit the kerosene lantern and set it on the table. It was nearly 10 o'clock before Jaja finished his report, yet as tired as he was, he felt satisfied that he had completed it and proud that he had done a good job. Shyly, he gave it to his father to read. It's quite well done, Jaja, his father said approvingly as he finished reading the report. God has given you a good gift, a gift for writing. I think the other students and Mrs. Onaga will enjoy listening to your report tomorrow. Now, off to bed. Although he was very tired, Jaja didn't fall asleep right away. He thought about the day, the things he had failed to do, and his attitude about school and family responsibilities. He felt guilty for his failures and for disappointing his parents and his sister. As he finally closed his eyes, he told himself he would try harder tomorrow to fulfill his responsibilities, not only at home, but also at school. At breakfast the next morning, Amina asked her mother sleepily, "Where's Jaja?" "He's already at the well," she replied with a smile. "I think he got up when the old rooster crowed at sunrise." "My brother up at sunrise?" Amina asked in disbelief. "Impossible." "Well, I think he's taking our little talk last night to heart," Mr. Akelo said as he walked into the room. "You just encourage him. Don't pester him about his responsibilities. That's our job." "Yes, Baba," Amina replied. That afternoon after school, Jaja hurried home ahead of Amina. Even before going into the house, he quickly filled a large pot with water and set it on the cooking stones and lit a new fire. Then he took out his math book and started his homework. "You're home early today," his mother said. "I don't think I've ever seen you quite as eager to do your homework or your afternoon chores." "Baba said that if I get my chores and homework done on time this week, I can play soccer with my friends next week. I want to be finished when he comes in from the field tonight," Jaja replied. "Good for you," Mrs. Akelo encouraged. "If you want a snack, I just baked some fresh chapati. You might need to eat something before supper with all the energy you seem to be burning up this afternoon." At 6 o'clock, as Mr. Akelo wearily entered the house after a long day in the cotton field, Jaja greeted him enthusiastically. "I've finished my chores and homework. Do you want to see?" "Of course," his father replied with a smile as he looked over a set of 20 multiplication problems Jaja had completed in his math book. "Now that's more like it. And I see you've already started the evening cooking fire too," his father replied. Now tell me, did you read your report in class today? Jaja looked down sheepishly before he answered. Yes, Baba. Well, what did Mrs. Ornega think? His father asked. She said it was very, very good, Jaja answered. Then what's the problem? His father probed. She said that even though it was very good, she couldn't give me the highest grade because it was late, Jaja answered. I received a C instead of an A. That's fair enough, Mr. Akela replied. School will be out soon, and your other work will begin. Of course, Jaja and Amina knew what their father meant. July was the month to pick the cotton they had planted back in December. School was not Jaja's favorite activity, but picking cotton was even less appealing. But cotton farming was what the family did to earn a living, and the summer harvest was everyone's responsibility. The harvest days were long and hot, and the work was exhausting. Still, Mr. Akelo seemed eager to begin each new day. And every evening he would say a prayer of thanks to God for the bumper crop he had provided this year. The good crop meant that Jaja and Amina would receive a small amount of money for themselves as payment for their hard work.